right there.
Hey, 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 welcome to Iowa. I live here. People do say it that way, so don't come at me, bro. Anyhow, the greatest, without a doubt, bit of work Rafter has done. Matt Piracini has sponsored the Canadian Hamster 120, and as you can clearly tell, that little hamster doesn't have any internet. Great things happening in the No Toad Racing Network. And we got qualifying going on in the background. So I'm going to leave this up because you guys can't watch it. We don't broadcast our qualifying. No, it's usually just doesn't come up. So you catch a glimpse of some people up there. I don't have scoring up. I've got other things, so I don't know. We'll all find out together. Speaking of finding out together, we got this race and uno moro. We got one more race, and we got season 23 in the books. Right now, Davey Hendricks has got a stranglehold on the championship. Kyle Gretsch, he got a big old hill to climb. It's gonna take some doing, but he's gonna sit there in second with a not very big point lead at all over Al Corey. That would be Rafter, our graphics man, sitting third in points. Jacob Klinkhart, right hot on his heels in fourth. Skylar Carnes, fresh off of a Coke 600 apparently, because nothing gets you ready for some short track racing like 600 miles at a mile and a half Charlotte Motor Speedway. Whew, yikes. Where he won on top of that. Went for 9,000 hours and come home with fake hardware. I mean, they probably didn't pack one up in the mail for him. But, is what it is. We got the Jason Benson-Nodge Crutchley duo sitting right behind him. And then we've got Kreidler Dixon and Christian Loshane tied for ninth. So one of them will be ninth, one will be 10th. We do have drop week figure in there too, I believe. I think this has one of them figured in, and actually I don't know that for sure. So these might change a good bit. Bottom half of the ladder, those are all quite a bit closer to, especially with the drop week. That will change things. So we will know more next week and hopefully have this handy dandy cool little thing that we've got that AJ Benish has been working on. We might have something cool next week to play with. I like cool stuff to play with. Speaking of cool stuff to play with, we may not be, but we try. The No Toad Racing League is recruiting now. You can come play with us. Our mom said that if your mom said it's okay, you can get online and you can come race with us. We have a series almost every night of the week. We run ARCA, we run Xfinity, we run Next Gens, we run the 87s. We got a lot more fun racing. Kyle's actually doing some dirt stuff right now. The official races start at 9 p.m. Eastern, and then this is still the 20th anniversary. The Friendly iRacing League got our start in 02, way back when it was uphill to school both ways, and we had to duck dinosaurs while we were trying to get to the school bus, hopping on fence posts because there was so much snow. Every winter, everywhere it looked like Buffalo does right now. Just feet of snow. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'll stop lying. It was like that in 2001. Using the NASCAR Racing Series from Papyrus that then ultimately became iRacing. That's how we do these things. But them boys been around a while. Good long while. So we got the Discord link up on the screen. We've also got a Facebook. We got an Instagram. And remember, we got one of them there tweeter thingies. Because who don't like them tweeter thingies? We got some Nodge tool around underneath here. And boy, look at that. It's almost like I had a clock set. I managed to manage the time. Let's get this off of here. Let's switch over to our scoring. And let's bring up a grid. Thusly, Kyle, who was fastest in practice, is sitting on the pole. Davey Hendricks, shocker, sitting on outside front row. Skyler sitting third. Rocket Man, Johnny Brugg, sitting fourth. This is very similar to what practice looked like. AJ Benish and Oliver Turan. Ollie actually just ran Moon Cars 24 Hours of Martinsville, so he is all primed for some more short track racing. Christian Loshane did that also, starting back in ninth, so they're fresh off of MX-5s doing tiny little circles for 24 hours. But they raised a bunch of money for the Toys for Tots campaign, I believe is what that was for the Marines. Last I seen it, it was up over $2,000. So that's cool though. That's a cool thing that they do over there. But we got Al Corey starting in 8th, with Terry Brooks on his inside in 7th. Christian, of course, just mentioned him in 9th with the painted wonder, John Kreidler. Finally got some paint on his car. Matt Piracini hopefully won't be blinking. I was trying to figure out how to just make him disappear at will, and I don't have that kind of skill, so, is what it is. The Shoe starting at the 12th spot. Then we got Sarge starting lucky 13th outside old Sticky Fingers Benson. Jacob Klinkhart starting way back for him in 15th. The Australian Thunder starting 16th. Scott Kelly and Will Jester making up the row number, let's see, that would be row number 9. Alan Dixon and the Nodge in row 10. Marshall Harris is to the outside of old Sid Kashishian. And Fighting Feet starting shotgun, 23rd position. So 23 drivers starting this race. That's a lot. But this is Iowa. It's one of these little teeny tiny cars. Teeny tiny cars, my lord. It's not a teeny tiny car. It's a teeny tiny track. It's a pretty good field for a teeny tiny track. So I have done some adjustments. I have done some code work. I'm going to leave this with no graphics other than the iRacing or the SDK one that come up. And fingers crossed, folks, we're about to see green. I don't hold my breath because, I talk too much. But if I did, I'd be holding my breath because, oh, we're going around one more time. What? All right. So the lights were not on the pace car, and I blew that a lap early. That sucks. All right. Well, so since we got a second, we're going to just hawk in on Piracini here and watch him. Are you blinking? Are you blinking? Are you there yet? Are you blinking? 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 Is that person that you know coming down to redo my bathroom for me? Blink twice if she's not. Well, I think I'm getting a bathroom remodel. That car looks good. It's probably because he got rid of that hamster wheel internet. He's joined the dark side. Actually, we can do this little look here. This is like a spotter camera, so that's kind of cool. We might use that. We'll use that for a little bit. We'll do the first couple laps. We can see kind of everything this way. Pace car better be ducking in this time. I'm still showing red on my LED monitor up here. All right, so we should be coming to green. I'm showing green on that. We got green lights. Hallelujah. Green, green, green. Oh, man. The littlest things that make me just as happy as can be. That logo. That logo is one of them. The Canadian Hamster 120 is underway. Lap 1 of 120, and they go by quick. Oh, man. I cannot look at that. We're just going to switch this off to the tower for a second. Maybe we'll do a little riding on with somebody. Maybe we can do that. How about we try that instead? That might work out. But get calmed down here. Oh, that, man, I can't. That is the greatest thing ever. We're going to ride along with the little man in the boat. Paddle, 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 paddle. There's Skylar out there doing Skylar things like running 8 million miles a weekend. And AJ is absolutely not a slouch at all on the short tracks. He is definitely one that can come in here, save some fuel, save some tires, and end up just in it. Hey, hello. Hi, Skylar. Hey, Ollie. Ollie just did that Martinsville race, too. I would assume they did not do 600 miles. I mean, that's a lot. It's Martinsville, it's a half mile. Iowa is bigger than a half mile. I don't know if any of you know how big it is. I'm not going to tell you. Or am I? Wait. Make you wait till later. AJ's going up. See if he's going to get the top working. Those guys have kind of calmed down here, so we're going to pump up front and shock. Guess who's out front? I'll give you a hint. This guy leading the points. It's the old Davey Hendricks Upsmobile. Getting chased ever so slightly by Johnny Rocket himself. What did I call him? Mr. Above Average, I think. Johnny looks like he might be looking in on this deal. Right along here, jump on Johnny's nose. I see a little and then peeking out. Didn't realize that. Then again, I mean, people usually aren't too close to Davey's bumper, so it could have something to do with it. Close to Kyle. All right. Jumping here right along with Johnny. Johnny is ultra fast here. One time, this will sound like I'm making up filler. It's not. I got behind him in the ARCA cars, and it was like 5 laps later, and he hadn't just left me, and I realized I was running with him. And then I was so excited about it, I think I ended up like 5 laps down because I realized what was happening, and then I got thinking about it, and instead of just doing it, done. Totally done. So that's my claim to fame. One time I ran 5 laps behind Johnny Rocket. Literally the fastest I've ever gone here. Probably the fastest I've ever gone at any track. I mean, my iracing superstars, right? You guys know what I mean. Come on. Come on, guys. Alright. Behind the second place, that battle's going to cool off a little bit, but we're going to pick up a battle for third. It's going to be Kyle. Kyle's going to be getting pestered by Skyler. Skyler's going to go ahead and go on by. I would presume Kyle just probably let him take that because, I mean, it's only lap 11. We got tires to save. Coke 600. They coming doing this. These kids today, I don't know. It's quite a bit. Kyle's the one that actually told me that. So if any of that's not true, I actually think the win. I don't know. The one I think that he won it was handed to him by somebody else. So I presume it was actually probably a lie, and I thought it was supposed to be a joke that I was supposed to say it. So he may or may not have won, but let's just presume that he did. Ollie, I got no idea. No idea where he finished. I did watch some of that, the moon car thing there. They were MX-5s, little top road car. They were at Martinsville for 24 hours. That just in and of itself, just like train wreck theater. Had to watch it. Mr. Terry Brooks. I'm definitely digging the scheme. I like that. I like black, pop blue on it. I like it. Without pop of blue. And there is our boat boy. Hanging out in 7th right at the moment. And he is in front of an actually all the way there 24 car. That's kind of weird not seeing him blink every now and then. It's really strange. Rolling up in 9th. Some guy in a 45. Watch him make a lap. You're going to be quiet. It's like golf. You don't want to be loud and scary so he wrecks or something. We got to fight. We'll watch off of him. He looked like he was going to try and get around the boat. Maybe thought better of it. Oh, wow. They're getting off the gas pretty early already. So, yeah, I think Raptor's entire saving. Definitely think so. Hanging out there right behind him is Mr. John Radler. The ARCA car he does is black with stripes on it. So we're giving him static about not having sponsors. So he got some more green stripes. Got some Xbox on the car. Do you like that bright green? I like that pop off the black screen. And there's Christian Loshane, or as I like to call him, Christian Lotion. He's got the 35 mobile. He is just outside the top 10, running 11th right now. Trying to fight off his spot from Klinkart. He was up to 12th. He's starting to make his way forward. There's the shoe. The shoe is running lucky number 13th. And all right, Sargent back here, he's running 14th. He's lost a spot. Al Dixon's up to 15th. He's gained 4. Not too bad of a start for him. Old Sticky Fingers is running 16th. Last time I saw that car was on the back straight and everybody was hitting it at the end of practice. Got some pretty sweet air. Crew did a great job of rebuilding that car so fast. Speaking of so fast, we're already 20 laps into this thing. JC on the high side, and that is going to be Will Jester underneath. He's going to try and bring Scott Kelly with him. I don't know if they're going to make that work. JC got a real good run off 4. Real good run. Put some gap on. Oh, Scott Kelly. He's going to say, hey, I will take that. Scott and Will are going to fight this one out. They got Sid right there behind him. We're going to see who gets to who first. My guess is that Sid wrecks them both. Well, so Scott's going to just kind of hang back. Will's going to keep that spot. Sid's going to try and take a look down here. Well, it looks like it is washing up. Watch that one, old Siddo. Yep, look like I tried to get a run. Got a little tight, and no bueno. So, in a story of Google listens to everything and apparently adjusts your keyboard on these Pixel phones, I said something about my feet, like literally my feet, that I stand up and walk around, I put shoes on, and then went to type in, I believe it was hotter than, in a message. I was typing something to my daughter, she was baking something. Anyway, my phone auto-corrected to Hooters. I can't help but think these two things are related. Because, right now my phone's all about 3 feet away from me. I'm pretty sure that's some sort of weird screw-up on behalf of Google, that it was like, oh, okay, so feet and Hooters go together. Lord knows what kind of weird search history that thing thinks that I've got from it sitting there listening in to me. I'm sure it's nothing good. Speaking of nothing good's happening for Notch. What a segue. Running 21st. Hanging out, just kind of minding his time. Oh no, Marshall Harris, he caught the Piracini blips. Don't want that. Don't want to have the blips. Running a Tennessee Vols scheme. It's a good looking car. It's a nice looking car. And we are, for some reason, I'm flipping back through. Nothing. It just shows me that Skyler has pitted, and considering he is not on track, Skyler has left the building. There's no incidents, no off tracks, no nothing, so he pulled it over and parked it for something. That's odd. Not ideal, as the kids would say. Got a pretty large gap up at the front here. We'll key in off of Kyle. Brugg, Hendricks up here. A little over half second. 1 3/4 second lead over Terry Brooks, who's up to 4th. He's gained 3 spots since the beginning. Ollie's hanging there in 5th yet. We got AJ, who is working on Ollie. Let's go back there and take a look at these guys. There, we got some cars that are close together back here, so we will watch and see. See if there's any sort of little hamsters on the road he might lose over. Try to make a slick spot. Get him loose, wreck him. right on with the Piercini. Oh! Well, that'd have been a good time for him to blink. He wouldn't have hit him. Well, so that's still working. I'm not real sure where I picked that up, but a couple races ago, all I gotta do is point the camera at somebody and they wreck. So, I've been trying to not do that, but they seem to be helping out. Fair job of wrecking everybody. We got 5 little mice doing circles here. The shoe is inside the lotion. That was backwards and really wrong. But yeah, so Kreidler leads shoes, little man in the boat, and lotion. These are the weird kind of combinations you get when we're talking. Rafter has hit pit road. So that, I mean, he's going to lose a couple laps. Now, off the top of my head, he might be able to one-stop that from here, though. But, anyway, I don't know. I presume he took a fast repair because he is back out. Car definitely had some damage on that tail end, though. That is the no bueno special. Let's see what we got going up to the front. We got a 3-way battle happening up there. They just got around Raptor. And we're going to see new tires come into play with this too. Because, yeah, here comes Raptor looking like he's Superman. Beep, beep. He probably waved. I mean, he probably used all his fingers. He's like, hey, look at me. I'm way faster. I got new tires. Iowa does a number on the tires for anybody who somehow hasn't ran this track. It's a D-shaped mini oval. Basically, it's a Richmond. It's a three-quarter-ish mile. It's a 7 or 8, something what it actually measures. A little closer to a mile than it is 3/4, but it's an ish. D-shaped, Newton, Iowa, outside of Des Moines, which is obviously the only town in Iowa. There are no others. We're just one big cornfield with Des Moines stuck basically in the middle. And then Newton's just beyond it. There's the big I-80 truck stop that everybody thinks is the only tourist destination in Iowa, which that might actually be true. Full disclosure. I mean, the racetrack, the I-80 truck stop, that might be it. I can't really, off the top of my head, think anything else. I mean, we don't have anything else here. There's no colleges or nothing. Yeah. But, you know, race fans, maybe not. So we got Larry Moe and Curly here out front. And we're going to jump back here to, let's jump back to 4th and 5th. That is Terry Brooks, who is actually out in the middle here. It's Kreidler, Ollie, Adam, and Christian, and then they've got AJ towed in with them. And in the middle, where I missed him, looks like he's out just running practice laps. Terry Brooks, just kind of, he's just there. He's got a gigantic gap here. He's got a 1.5 seconds in front of him. He's got almost a 4 second behind him. So he's in probably the safest place on the entire track. Not so safe is this group right here. Because they are getting a little, you know, tires are hot, tires are cranky. We're a third of the way into the race. I mean, some of them have got probably 2 hours of sleep doing a 24-hour race like the 002. And, they're having the I forgot what I was going to call it. Having the Martinsville meltdown there with a 24-hour deal. Surprising that they're not dragging the law. I mean, God, by now I have to do that. I mean, they hand off. So Got kind of chunks running a few hours here and there. Doesn't mess with me. I need like normal sleep. Check back up to the front here. Oh, we got Kyle making moves. Kyle, what kind of move are you going to make? He's going to make a move low. Davy's going to stay high. Davy should get a little momentum off of it, but it just depends on how good the entry is from Kyle. But, yep, high side does prevail. Go back in. We'll try her again. Little bit of yaw out of the rear end of Kyle Mobile. Davey got up in the bumps. Upsets the car just a little bit. Oh, crossover. Gonna come up, try and close it off. Whoa. That was about big. These two are fighting. Looks like Kreidler and Shue, those guys are still right on top of each other. Scott and Sid. Sid's kind of getting on tires. Uh-oh. Fighting feet. We've had an error. What kind of error have we had? Oh, we've had an error coming into the pits. Did the end of pit road get him? Yeah. So he stopped and towed instead of going again, I bet. All right. Well, at least he didn't have to burn a fast repair. Brugg, Gretsch, Hendricks, top three. There is Gaps Ahoy for everybody, too. Feet has decided he's going to beat Feet. Catches on the flippity flop. Jester is 2 laps down in the 74. We've got pit stop starting now. So you see Campbell, Piercini, Corey, Cleekart, Ollie, Christian, Dixon. They've all made stops, so they're all getting a lap down here. We will be 2 stopping this thing. We're not going to be able to do 1 stop. 2 stop, can't stop. Sid has broke into the top 10. He's off everybody, but he's starting to back like that. He's done a fine job, just ticking them off one at a time. Just clicking one off, clicking another one off, doing the things that you got to do. The old Sid's bullet. We have just, well, we got gaps, man. We've got gaps. Pop up. That looks like some sort of weird circus ride. Just, we got cars everywhere. Shoot across to our leader Okola, Johnny Brugg. I don't see 6 more laps coming to this. Or 10, I'm sorry. 10 more laps, get to lap 60. 1 stop it. I think we're going to pull that off. Kyle's just kind of creeping closer and closer and closer. Davey has peeled off and is making his stop at lap 51. I expect the same from the leaders here real shortly. On the bottom of the map there, you can see the 38's kind of grayed out. Not really a complete dot. That's just showing that they're pitting. They're on pit road. Terry Brooks is in for his service. On his way in. These little tracks are making 24-second laps. We're running pit times of 47 to 52 seconds. That's significantly slower than the 24-second lap. So see where we get them all backed up in here. When are we going to stop? Or say can't stop, won't stop. Kyle's going to look low. He's not close enough to pull that off. Got back there real quick. Yep, there's Saw gapped out there. Just kind of looking through the gaps. And Nodge are also about a half second off each other. The lead battle is actually the closest battle on the track. Sometimes that works out. Oh, I need a Piracini Pirouetti underneath the Canadian Hamster 120 logo. Johnny Bruggs coming to the pits. So he's going to peel in at lap 56. So he's run 55. He's going to be 10 short at the end. Or if he's going to be clutching it, try to make it. We're going to see if Kyle isn't doing that. Let's ride on here and be quiet. And of course, as soon as I get on there, wondering if he's maybe clutching it, I was expecting to go silent. And instead he downshifts and pops in. All right. It is what it is. That's the way these things go. So Kyle's going to come around. He should pick up that lap as being led. Oh, that's actually not on scoring. I may not have put that back on here yet. Anyway, so Ryder's going to come in. See who that's going to rotate us back to. And right now it's showing AJ Benish on the top of the chart while we're rolling on through pit stops. Green flag pit stops just short of halfway. AJ, I will bet you dollars to donuts, is clutching. I fully expect to hear that thing shutting off. Tax staying up. AJ triggered me yet again. Because this guy, oof, new tires, man, new tires. He's going to complete lap 60, so AJ can officially finish this thing out. So he'll be able to one-stop it. Battle inside or after here. When are we coming to pit road? Now. All right, AJ is on one stop. That is what he is deciding he's going to be doing. And that would have gave Benson the lead. He's coming in. Gary Sargent, admin hacks himself. He's going to hold on here and take a lap. Lead a lap, hopefully. Sid is going to do everything he can to wreck him out of the way and take this lap for himself. I'm sure he's on the radio right now. Oh, come on, you should let me. And Sargent's like, no. Sid's like, oh, come on. I never get to lead anything. Sargent's like, fine, I need gas anyway. We'll stop. Yay, I get to lead, says Sid. That's how I see that going. But they were both together in like the same station wagon, like the Woody station wagon. So now we'll see how far we get around here with old Sidward. Then once he stops, I mean, everybody that's, we all know who's got this, right? It's going back to Davey. Just in case somebody didn't know. And here comes Sid. And there goes Kreidler. Kreidler is not really of, well, he's just not really anything here right at the moment. And back to the 38. So we have, whoa! Look at this! Hey Ma, we're 4 wide. We did that in the 87s. That's scary. We got a gaggle of cars here. That's pretty wild. Let's do the spotter camera here. I see these guys everywhere. Whoa, Ollie big loose. Ollie's in the middle of the 3 wide there and turned her down, and boy, she turned. She turned a little too far. It's kind of a decent wide shot. I don't know. I kind of like that. Kind of do, kind of don't. Jump on here and ride along with our Canadian hamster, which actually is not now. He has got the newest technology internet that they have. 2 cams, a piece of fiber optic strip between high fidelity cam-to-cam radio. That whole wad seems to have kind of sorted itself out. I mean, there's, oh man, first pits were, let's see here, let's kill this, and let's kill that, and let's bring this up instead. Point. All right, so we have got some of these guys, which Corey in 10th, I mean, he jumps out pretty early. That was crashing news. He got tagged. The Iracing's on the 35 lap tires too, to the 34. Ollie's on 25. We got Gretz, Brooks, Hendricks, 15, 16, Benson, Benish, Kelly. Those guys, like 2-3 laps. So we've got a cavalcade of fuel strategies, and tires, and so things that will happen here is going to be things that are kind of like, oh look, Iracing's coming in. How did I know that? I didn't. But we're going to have fast tires and slow tires and old tires and new tires and full loads of fuel and enough fuel to get to the end. This is going to be a strategery kind of race. We all know how them strategery races like to go. Get on here, jump on with Benson. Benson is going to take his sticky fingers, get around the little man on the boat. The little man on the boat's holding strong. You can take your sticky fingers elsewhere, good sir. I'm over here doing my own thing. I can paddle my own ship. Don't need you ghosting me after we do this thing. Alright, that's all I got. Jump on some others. See what Terry's doing. Tasmanian deviling it out. Oh, there goes Rocket. Get him, Terry. Get him, get him. Well, good fight. He's up third. And here comes Kyle. Kyle's going to want to put up a fight for third. Davey is checked out. Kyle's coming. He's going to try and check out after. This might be a race where just, you know what you got. Terry just might be a fourth fastest car. And there's nothing wrong with that. 23 started. So, I would take fourth over, 24th. Yes, I could finish 24th out of the 23 car field. I would figure out a way to do it. Oh, that was... I don't know what that was, but I thought that was going to get big. Kyle kind of come down there and was going with Terry. And at first I kind of thought he was... Like Terry was just going to block him in. The Kyle kind of made that move. That might have gone somewhere. I'm not for sure, but it looked like that might have gone somewhere. All right, Rafter is on pit road for presumably the last time. That'll only happen 55 laps to go, so he ought to be able to make that. So he's doing his second last. We got that no toad special going on, guys. The Toads have a long storied history of running a lot of green flag races. Generally, we will see one within first about 20 laps. Everybody's kind of getting settled in. One of us, have a quick mental lapse, do something weird, get a caution, And, then we go like this. It's where we get to run fuel strategy and tire strategy and stuff. And they're extremely enjoyable to do. It'd be nice if you had a person that could do that while you were driving. More real life, and we don't have any real saying you can't. We just don't have those kind of resources available to us, most of us. And as I say that, dong, 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 there was a caution. I was mid-sentence, and I saw yellow start flashing. I've got a box that is on the controller. Oh, man. It hurts my heart to tell you guys this. But it was Nodge. Let's see what happened, Nodge. Rolling off into one. The point I was going to bring about cautions is Al Corey is likely. Oh! The irony! Oh my God, the irony. Marshall Harris blinking during the race that is literally brought to you the Canadian hamster internet that was always going out causing blinks. Oh my God, somebody call the irony morgue because it just killed me. Wow. Unreal. And you can see the hamster, the logo, looking very disapprovingly at what's going on. Oh, good Lord. So, while we're doing pit road things, you guys might as well take a second, jot down that address right there for the Discord. You got to join the Discord. League number is 6307. That is also important. 6307. We'll do like them TV commercials, and I'll throw 6307 at you one more time. It's Sunday. That's Xfinity. Tomorrow is ARCA because it's Monday. And then on Tuesday, we do the 87 Legends. Next Gen cars on Thursday, and the King of the Hill, which is best described as whatever wild stuff that JB came up with for that week. Road stuff, no damage, just wild and crazy guys, because that's what we do. We make wild and crazy guys. We'll leave that there while the crowd the pack gets back into a pack. I'm not really sure why it's a crowd. I may or may not be watching football at the same time. No. Glancing at it. These move a lot faster than guys on a football field. Harder to keep up with. But anyway, for real, we got 20 years. I mean, you don't spend 20 years together if you absolutely hate each other and what you're doing. These guys have been nothing but good to us. I came in 4 seasons ago now, and had to do some recruitment races and stuff, and came in, and the entire group have done nothing other than try and help and make me faster. And then they were like, you're not very fast. How about broadcasting? And I'm like, all right, why not? So now I'm being horrible at that instead of being horrible on the track. So, see where that is. Nothing else. Apply to the league. You can get in the booth with me. That's an option. You're sitting there and you're like, man, this guy sucks. I can do better than him. Well, by Lord, you can get into the Discord and we can patch this in. I can show you how to do it, and we can do it together. That guy right there in the 27, he used to do that. Kyle used to be in the booth with me. And it was nice, because everything I said, he looked at me. He didn't, but we're not in the same place. But he kind of looked at me like, there's something wrong with you, isn't there? And yes, there is. All right. We have got, let's see, the 1945 and 24 will be wave-around cars. Davey, of course, like every other thing, is the sun rising and setting and rain falling and snow in Buffalo. Davey is your leader. That's just what he does. So we should get the lights off this time. All right, lights are off. So them 3 right there, as the field doubles up, take their wave around. They will take their wave around and they will like it. So we'll pop the map up. I just want to see how quick. Well, they really do kind of get ripping around there to get caught back up. A lot of these tracks, taking that wave around is tough. You really got to beat feet to get there, and it's I mean, you're not there. Other than they're catching, they're taking off at pace car speed, 55, 50, 45, whatever track you're at. So they're having to get up to speed, and you're at least up to speed. So you catch up with them right about at the start-finish line. It's kind of an odd setup. But there we go. Turn 3, Sid's there, Rafter's there, Peterson's there. So they've rolled themselves back around. And looks like they should all now be on the correct lap. Green, 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 green. We has ourselves a green. And we got a whole lot of them on it. We got 3 wide. Good. Oh, man, I didn't think that was going to work. Damn. Kyle drops down underneath Johnny. He's wanting second after him and Ollie got way too close. Ollie's in the wall. He's going to get her straight. All right, well, the old composite body, the way that's programmed in here, it's just like real life. You can bounce that thing off the wall and not be too terribly far off. I'm going to come back a little here and see. We have got it going. We're going to come back here. And this way we can keep an eye on all of this, because this is all just one big hot mess. Ollie still looks like he's all right. Pop back a couple more. The first 3 look like they pretty well got her straightened out. There is Kreidler on the outside of Clinkhart that is coming up on the back of Dixon. We got AJ there, I reckon. Clinkhart would like to stop and ask him about his car insurance information. Well, skid mark. So we get. Oh, I was like, there ain't no way. I was like, that is another. Oh, we're just about 3 wide. Yowzers. All right, so Clink's going to be on the inside. Dixon comes up. Kreidler's got her. Oh, yeah. Klink. Oh, that was a murder. Wow. Okay. All right, well. Let's see what happened here. Oh, chasing loose. Oh. Dang. What? They wrecked so much it told me that Kreidler wrecked twice. I don't know how you do that. Oh, boy. So, like I was saying, we'll get some green flags, and then we'll just go all crazy and hit like 100 cautions in a row, I guess. I don't know. That sounds good. So nobody should have to pit. And then double so that, cautions give you, just as the old Larry Mack math, they give you 2 for 1. So you get 2 laps for every 1 under caution. Nobody up front's coming. Definitely looks, we look pretty track position-y. Looks like it's really tough to pass, and it looks like everybody's trying to pass on the inside, and the outside might be a better exit, but it looks like the inside, like the entry to turn 1 to like the midpoint, appears faster in than it does on the high side, but from the midway of turn 2 off seems faster. So, I mean, you can't run the inside and the outside lane together, and if you could, well, you're on single file, and that's kind of what we're getting. We're getting a lot of that look, actually. But we're on a very large portion of this race. Just off the get-go, we got 2/3 of it down before we really had anything start up. And we're going to have just a little bumps and bruises along the way. It's short track racing. Because it's under a mile. Dale Earnhardt Jr. says it himself. If it's under a mile, it counts as a short track. Well, we are under a mile. Fortunately for Kyle, the bigger issue here is he is not going to make up any points by being behind Davey. And the other issue, Davey's leading. When you're up front and you're, getting lap lead bonus, you're leading the most laps, getting a bonus, you're picking up, winning. I mean, it's just, that dude is dominating right now. And pretty much can get around any kind of track. That's what's really impressive on that. He is just, dude's good. Dude is good. Dude is fast. Trying to not oversell it. We were like, some sort of like, murderer's row here, but Rocket come in and he was super fast. We were all like, whoa, we let this guy in. And then, Skyler shows up. I'm like, oh, we haven't seen Skyler in a while. And he's real fast. We're like, wow, who let that guy in? And then Davey showed up. We've had a couple guys show up that run primarily in the 87s that were in Road to Pro. So, I mean, I'm not kidding you. If you want to run against a very wide range of skill, which, ARCAs, the 87s, all that stuff, anybody can run those. The Sunday night cars, there are, I don't want to really call it restrictions, but you're kind of invited in. It's the invitation side of the league, but that's it. Everything else is wide open to everybody, and you can absolutely get in with some guys that are fast. I mean, you will know if you're fast or not running around these guys. They're fast and they can save tires and fuel. As we go back green, we got our green lights again. Check them suckers out. Woo woo. No, they went away. They're green. Green, green, green. We're going to have the Rocket, Kyle, and everybody else 2x2. Now, Terry going to go take her to the bottom. Bottom floor. Pass it for second. And men's underwear and suspenders. Ding. Well, he decided he needed to be on second. Or maybe a little further back. Grab here a little. We got AJ up underneath Ollie, who was up underneath the shoe. They're all hanging here. This for a battle for, well, we're in here. This is like 3rd to 7th. And then everywhere on behind. Oh, short tracks are awesome. Everybody just kind of stuck on top of each other. We're going to jump back here to Benson, Piracini, Sid, Clinkart. Let's see, Kreidler. They're all stuck together back here. Oh, Clinkart saves it, but AJ does not. AJ is high-speed lawn mowing. See if we can. Yep, here we go. Oh, he got into Ollie. Or Ollie got into him. We are under caution. Clinkart. Oh, dear Lord. What happened here? All right. Well. So he may have ended up not saving this. He's got the death wobble going. No. Let's show him crashing first when that sure was Sid Kreidler. Oh, Gilligan. All right. So let's see. This was on Sid. What the appearance is. Sid, what'd you do? All right, so we've already lost the 7. Oh, Piracini touched him. That was the bad touch. No, Matt. Oh, the Kreidler's going to finish him off. Oh, oh, man. One more go again. Oh, man. All right, well, let's watch this. There goes AJ. See the 5 lose traction disappear. That little goose to bump. Oh. Whee! Yep, you don't want to be looking at oncoming traffic. Holy monkeys. Well, so much for us making good time. Oh, man. All right. Well. Oh, boy. So. We've got things. Just things going on. So, Piracini on back. Everybody pitted, it would appear. Actually, it's showing the third. Matt may not have. But just on stops, they're all showing 3 stops. Kelly's coming in. That'll make his 3rd stop. JC's coming in to make a 3rd stop. Kyle and Gary are showing 2 stops. So if that is correct, and I'm not saying that it's 100% like, totally gotta be, but if that is right, those 2 are going to be on older tires than everybody else with probably 23 to go. I think we should go around 2 more times. That ain't going to work. That will absolutely not work at all. Just not gonna work. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. Let's see. There's little blue dots from Shun. All right, so yeah, Gretsch, Sargent, Piracini do not have them. 3rd on back does. Oh boy, yeah, that's gonna be a mess. Raptor's back there in line, so he'll have to drop out. It's gonna take iracing a second to get these guys lined up. But yeah, everybody 4th on back is now pitted. So Hendricks is in 5th. He's got newer tires. Kyle's got 19 laps on his tires. He's roasted. Sarge, same thing. Piracini's 11 laps. They'll equal out, but I mean, I may keep him top 5. I mean, Kyle's good. I'm not discounting Kyle at all. I am discounting the fact he's going to have tires that have almost 20 more laps on him. That's a lot of fall off. I don't think he's going to be able to maintain that. And he probably knows that. Now, let's say if till 7th, 8th place all came in. We're going to have 22 to go, so that'll help him a little. But, I mean, if 8 cars was back there instead of 3, that would be far better. But these are the kind of things you've got to do. I mean, Kyle has no choice. I mean, he's ahead of the 38. That's what he's got to do. And, I mean, the 38 gets him. He's ended up blocking for all he's worth. I mean, not even it's not a disrespect thing. It is just a real simple case of, dude, I got you, everybody else here. I got to keep you behind me because I got to try to make some points above you. We're going to watch and see what we get here. Kyle will have control. And green gone. Here we go. We got green dots again. Look at us go. We is fancy. 3 wide again. Oh, these guys know how to get their money's worth. 3 wide, the 99, 74, and 35 are in the back there. The 33, the 23, and the 1 are 3 wide. We've got a pile going behind them. 74 is bailing backwards. Oh, Ollie's. Oh, man, Ollie was fishelling all the way down and around. I get up here and get closer up to the front. Now that's the problem with these. Without needing to go speed straight up. Sarge's going to go storming off to the bottom. And off the momentum of the high side, Davey quickly got to 2nd place, as you can see. Piracini is going to do all he can to get up there and put that 38 in another spot back, which I'm sure Kyle would absolutely love. Sarge's going to be fighting Shane here. And they're going to be fighting Terry. Oh, don't come down. That would not be good. bump her up a little bit. You got... He's going to clear him. Yeah. Oh, Kyle's going to get back on the bottom. He's going to make a race of it going into one. He's under him. The high side made him get such good momentum. Kyle's going to be... No, it just can't. Yep, that's without tires. That's gonna be it. Got the Wadapotamus cars back here. Sarge, Terry, we got Rocket Shoe. Ooh, Rocket Shoes. That'd be cool. We got Heelys. We have Rocket Shoes. Dixon's going to the bottom under Sarge. He's like, give me that spot, old man. Sarge's like, who are you calling old? He's like, you? That's for real how they talk to each other on the radio. We got Rocket Shoes going up here. Shoe had it. Rocket wanted it. And Terry's getting a hell of a launch down into the corner, though. Shoe's going to come in there. We're going to be 3 wide. Terry, whoa! How he did not just turn him. Whew. Man. That was kind of wild. So Davey has already checked out. He's got a 9/10 lead over Kyle, who's got about a quarter of a second plus some. Johnny Rocket, I think his brakes just went out. How did he do that? He's going to get roughed up by the 24. I thought we were going 4 wide again. The bomb of the night. I'd swear that if he said his leg broke and he couldn't push the pedal, I'd believe it, because he could not have touched the brakes at all. That was insane. Terry's going to try and work underneath him. Maybe didn't get the tires too hot. So Sid and Sarge are back here with Ollie. They were side by side. Ollie's just like, hey, I'll take that spot. Hey, I'll take this one too. That's pretty good. That was a good entry to that corner there. AJ's paddling along up on the high side. Try and get a run on Sarge. He's got him. He's got the nose to the right rear quarter. Jump back up towards the front here. We've got the fearsome foursome now all fighting for second. Kyle is doing a absolute master class in how to hold people off with old tires. But he's slowly giving in because they just keep coming like a zombie apocalypse. They're just going to keep coming at you. Meow. Terry is hanging tough on the bottom. So we got this. And he's going to make his way for second. Power moving it on the bottom. It's Terry Brooks. Shoes, Rocket arrows. Oh, run out of the room. Run out of momentum. Jeez, shoe. Make this thing stick this time. Not exactly. Man, and these are all for top 5. The leader has checked out. Elvis has left the building for the normal. Davey has ran away from everyone. We've got second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. I mean, everybody's right here. This insane battle. Terry is... Oh, he is so close to clearing Kyle. Just the will of Kyle. And the fact that Kyle's also pretty good. Side by side down the back straightaway. We're going to drag race him down into turn 3. Terry says, hey, black car, yellow numbers. I can dig that. Kyle's like, hey, I'm on the high side. I got the momentum. Terry's like, I can also dig that. And now the shoe's going to come and take a spot from him. Speaking of taking spots, Piercini's going to have to hold one off here from Dixon. Al's been chugging Coke Zero all day. He's all caffeined up and ready to party. Woo! That's what he says. And I thought Vincent was going to turn him. But man, remind me not to yell woo anymore. All right, so does Shu think he's got something for Kyle? Because it looks like it. Well, that's a good entry. Coming up, I mean, he's got a good run, even with Kyle having momentum on the high side. Oh, Kyle, this one might get you. The Shu watches all. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's good enough. Oh, we got contact. It's going to cost Kyle, man. That's going to cost him a lot. Shu's coming. Terry's going to fight with him. That little bobble up on the high side with Kyle just breaks momentum and just littlest things, you know, just such a tiny thing. These guys are all just fast, you know. You lose a tenth of a second one lap, and I mean, that's several feet. And when these guys are inches away from passing you, that's all it takes. Now, Terry's got the high side. Kyle's on the bottom with older tires. That might not be good. I mean, or Kyle just passes him back. I guess that's normal. No idea how. Couldn't do that if they paid me. Now Rocket's going to say, hey, you guys remember me? I show up here. I like to pass people on the racetrack and chew bubble gum, and right now I'm all out of bubble gum, so I guess I got to pass people on the racetrack. 2 more to go. Davy's gone. Shu is gone. Davy is 2 seconds out from this group. Shu is a second out. Kyle and Rocker and Terry and Piercini are all going to battle this out for third. Pop up. There's the white. And we have got just a big old stretch of cars here. I can't believe we're not fighting this out more than this. Sid's on the back of that. All right. Now we got Rocket. Get crossed over by Kyle. Kyle's going to take him. That was a sweet move off the end. Dixon just about got Piracini back there, too. Whew. Man. Holy cow. So, yet again, Davey Hendricks wins your No Toad Racing League, the Canadian Hamster 120. Followed up by Adam showing me them shoes. We got our fireworks going. Kyle Sexy Walter Gretchen third. Johnny Brugg in fourth. Terry Brooks in fifth. Matt Piracini, the sponsor, comes home in sixth. Alan Dixon, Jason Benson, Christian Loshane, or as I like to call him, Lotion. AJ Benish paddled that boat to a top 10 finish. We got Sid, Ollie, Gary, Scott, and John hitting up your top 15. Cleakhart, Jester, Crutchley, Corey, and Campbell hitting up to the top 20. Harris, Fight, and Carnes, well, we've had better days. That's probably a way of putting that. So, we'll put our info up here, and I will hop in and get up here into the podium finishers, and we'll jump in with our runner-up. Kyle, man, you hold up a lot of guys on old tires that I didn't think you were going to be able to hold up.
I did not think I was going to do that either. I just needed to do something different. I just wanted to have an advantage so I could, get something there at the end. I was hoping to steal a win away by doing some strategy stuff. I was hoping to get like 10 laps in and then take tires. But it looks like even if they were on old tires, I would have been able to put up a fight like I did. But yeah, this is probably the most hard-fought third place I've ever had to put up.
Yeah, I was pretty well just giving you gloom and doom. I was like, there's no way. I mean, that's just not going to work. Yet, I mean, you made it work. I can't believe it. I watched it and I don't believe it, but you pulled that off, and that was pretty wild. Now, speaking of wild, Christian's out here doing donuts on the track still. Uh, well, since we talked to you a lot, is there anything you want to talk to us about?
What, me?
Yeah.
Um, I'm annoyed that felt like I had a good shot tonight and I couldn't get it done. Davey, of course, gets out there and kicks kicks our butts and all that. I really want to win one this season. I don't want to go winless.
Oh, that's fair enough. I get it there. But I mean, really, other than having just a kind of a wildly good season like he's having, I mean, you'd be right up there with it. And, I mean, it's not like you're not sitting there in second. It's just that's a big point gap to overcome when you keep finishing behind him.
Yeah, and I mean, I just wanted to get something out of this. I don't like having a little zero in my win column. Hopefully I can do something at Dover next week, but I felt probably the most comfortable either here or at New Texas to do something. So.
Well, right on. I'll let you jump on to other things here, and I will drag in our winner again. Davey, you now have a chokehold on wins on the season. I don't know. You want to talk about like who you're going to vote for president tonight, or what you got going on?
Oh, that's way too divisive to talk about on a stream. Honestly, I was not the fastest, not even close. If it wasn't for cautions falling my way, and that last caution saved me. Johnny and Kyle were loads quicker than me on a long run. So had this have gone full distance and no caution, I felt good that I had a solid top 3 car speed wise, but we had people on that like original run doing a 1-stopper. We had some people doing 3 stops. It looked like. I don't know. That would have been. I wish it would have gone caution free because I think that would have been strategy wise a very interesting finish to see who could go all the way. But yeah, I'll take lucking into this one.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good race. Again, I think I broadcast jinxed this thing because I was in the middle of talking about how we go without cautions. This is more of a normal race for us, and then
Lo and
that
behold,
whole rash of it started.
caution.
Yeah, yeah, I should know better than to open my big yap about stuff like that. So then I guess in that case you're welcome, and I will accept my bribe in the mail.
How's the money's already in the post?
Oh, speaking of bribes, Davey, you owe me money for holding up everyone there.
I'm telling you, dude. It was absolute hell getting past you and Parasini on that last run. I didn't think old tires were gonna be that hard to get around, but Parasini, I got lucky enough to get on the outside, and I had to dive bomb you and do a slide job to get it done. It was tough. And then I lucked out that Johnny got stuck in traffic. He on that start, it just looked like the top lane didn't go, and he just kind of got marred back in traffic, and I instantly shot up, 3 or 4 spots. So it took a lot going in my direction for this one this one to work out.
You guys missed what may be the mother of all dime bombs that come from that one car. I mean, if Johnny would have come on and said the brake pedal just broke off, I'd have believed it. I mean, he didn't touch him. There ain't no way. He
Hey,
had
you're forgetting the fact that he was dive bombing Parasini, and he got so far alongside. I looked to my left and saw him, and then he disappeared.
Okay, so I assumed you saw that, but I figured Davey probably didn't. But man, it was unreal. It was a good thing I realized I was on because it was going to be real colorful language when I was watching him do that.
I was watching, and I just saw this green and black blur shoot down to what looked like almost the apron to get past people, and then I hear Kyle pipe up about, that was the best dive bomb I've ever seen, or something like
I
that.
said, "Holy send, Batman!"
So I knew something had happened. I just didn't know exactly who it was.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let the broadcast go here, so I'll kick you guys off so you guys can talk. You won't be over broadcast, but I'll jump this off here. So we've got a champion to decide next week, and I got a feeling based on the fact that the two with the highest point total are sitting here, it'll be one of these two. So we got one more to decide it. We will see you next week. Be nice to everybody. Got 7 days to crown a champion for season 23 on the No Toad Racing Network.
Good job, buddy. You run right there.